Okay, as Team 8, we are going to present Airbnb for our extended realities research. And as you all know, Airbnb is an online marketplace for homeowners and people who are seeking for accommodation for various reasons. And as you see in the second slide, the company makes revenue out of the commissions they take from both sides as service fee. And in exchange, they provide a fair marketplace for both homeowners and the guests. And Airbnb has a distinctive brand identity since the beginning. So their business strategy has been focused always in customer experience through differentiation. As you see in the recent cases, Airbnb started to launch customer experience in the local areas that they travel. And in the very next slide, we're gonna find the extended reality applications through the VR and AR. So the use of virtual reality and augmented reality is still a working process for Airbnb. As you see on these images, what Airbnb is currently trying to do is to provide a 3D experience to the guests to increase their experiences before they book in the place. So through virtual reality, what they're trying to achieve is give them a 3D visual in the place that before they book, so it increases the reliability of the host as well. And the other one is you see is the application of augmented reality by enabling the homeowners to leave the notes or labels in anywhere inside the property, so guests could have a smoother adaptation to the process to their new home. Like once you go into the new place, you will know what you find out in where. So now my teammate Huyan gonna explain further in Airbnb extended reality strategy that we built.
So as Paris already mentioned before about the applications of XR within the product development. So he already explained that Airbnb is now currently using VR and AR for their product development. But I was thinking that actually Airbnb can further deploy this technology within the organizations and within their value chain created for their customers. Let's look at the first period before the trip. So as you can see that we mentioned about room demonstration in terms of marketing and sales that can attract more customers, and the customer will be engaging more with the platform, not only using it to book the room or booking any tours, but they also can see how the furniture is demonstrated within the room. And for recruiting and training, this is also really important that Airbnb can help the host to have a visual guidance. For example, rather than just see the whole lengthy rules and regulation on the website on the platform, actually the host can see the whole structure and the whole guidance in a more engaging way. That they can interact with objects. They can have like scenario playing, and they can improve their experience, how to improve the customer's experience while the guests stay at the place. Moreover, with VR, customer can plan the trip beforehand, and they can easier to orient themselves within the room, or they can easily predict how to use the room before they leave the house. So during the trip, we think about adding VR and AR as a new premium feature for experience in Airbnb Luxury, which is a new platform that Airbnb aims to target higher salary customers who are more interested in spending their staying in a more luxury apartment with more services, and they may interested in using this kind of technology to enrich the customer during their trip. For example, they can book the restaurant, they can enjoy the live entertainment during the trip, and vice versa. The visual guidance again will help the customer to navigate the room, enjoy the room with a more interesting and more engaging way. So after the trip, it's also good to have Airbnb improve the feedback collection from the customers. This can reduce the barriers of language and contextual barriers that Airbnb can actually understand the customer real experience. And so it's so good for the host to actually easier imagine how they guest experience the place and will help them easier to improve the guest experience later on. So we think about how to uh, uh, come up with a more proactive and effective way for Airbnb to deploy this technology from 2019 to 2022. So we think about planning how to identify the technology, the infrastructure, first requirement from Airbnb, and also gather information from their use cases and their current prototyping. And in 2020, which is a really important year because this year is the year that most of the telecom company will integrate 5G in their data providing. Why is this important? Because 5G will help to like increase the asset possibility for our customers. As you may know that currently right now to run VR and AR, you need a really comprehensive um, PC desktop that require a lot of power, a lot of data storage to run all the all the content and also all the structure within the VR and AR apps. And customer feel really difficult to maintain their use on the way as well because this will mean that they have to stay in one place to actually use VR and AR. They cannot use them on their mobile phone easily. And then we think about developing initial market size. We think about US first, and also, of course, the product bundle. How can we reduce the cost and introduce this technology to the customer in a more interesting way? So we think about Google Cap Wars, which is more affordable from $15 to $40. And then we also do market research to actually improve the features of the platform and also improve the features for this technology to enrich the customer experience the best. And also we think about a target and awareness campaign that will attract customers to try out this technology and also help us to improve our platform as well. So in 2022 is the year that we're gonna align our cost structure with the more revenue generated from deploying this technology. So we think about optimize the platform based on real-time feedback and real-time customer database.
I will conclude the presentation with the advantage of XR for Airbnb. First, availability of remote home tours. Prospecting guests will be able to see the place that they are going to stay with virtually and have a real experience with it. Second, improving the ease and the visual attractivity of booking process. It will give the prospecting guests more details in the place that they are going to stay, such as a virtual label in the furniture and more explanation of the place. Third, give more control to the guests in their decisions. Because they already having a real experience in the XR, they can choose the booking more accurately and having a great experience in their real stay with Airbnb. Fourth, creating a better feedback mechanism by involving guests more into booking process. After the guests get the real experience with XR from the very beginning of booking process, and they will get the stay that very suitable for them. It will lead into more customer satisfaction and encourage customer for booking with Airbnb in the future, and it will be a prospecting revenue stream for Airbnb.